Hey guys, welcome back to Max Cards, Dawn of War Unification. Today I have a 1 vs 1 for you on Meeting of Minds, the only map there is. It is randomed, the Imperial Fist. It is Yasuo 55 and his opponent on the other side of the map. It is Imperial Guard played by a lot of cubes. This Russian letters you will find in the description. So it is IG versus Imperial Fist. So all the Imperium here, Imperial Fist, Imperial Guard. As long as they're for the Imperium, they are welcomed here, I guess. Pretty standard opener for Imperial Fist. Getting Hand of Dawn, Siege Generator, 2 Siege Marines and adding a Space Marine squad. Probably going into the Force Commander aka Vin Diesel shortly after. And IG does nothing special really as well. Going for Guardsmen, double Guardsmen, 2 Attack Priests, Command Squad and a Commissar. So far so standard. On this map, Meeting of Minds has a lot of points. 5 points plus a relic plus 3 critical locations. You can go for 3 capping squads. I mean, Yasuo is more or less doing this, getting 2 Siege Marines out and then a Space Marine squad. And there are also openers, I think, for Imperial Guard going 3 conscripts, for example, or even 3 guardsmen. If you skip the Commissar or delay it a bit, you can then have 3 squads and cap everything really fast. For now, we have the more or less obligatory, or what should I say, the needed harassment by the Command Squad going into here, slapping some Space Marines, I guess. Yes, big slap over there. And another slap from the Priest. Technically they have special attacks on cooldown, so they can use a special attack every once in a while, and yeah, if the cooldown is over, every model in the command squad will get a special attack. If he stays in melee, I think this priest should, his psycho should get a special attack. But here he is, Vin Diesel, looking awesome, giving the aura to the attached squad to be able to cap quite a lot faster. If you combine this with Siege Marines, they will cap relics faster than other factions will cap strategic points, for example. So let's see, the command squad is being pushed back by the combination of 1 Space Marine squad and Siege Captain. Is he still part of the squad? No, he's got detached here. What do we have here? 1 Guardsman, command squad, 2nd Guardsman is busy here. Siege Marines, okay, and the armory dropped here. Siege Marines being busy looking at this relic. Command squad here holding the line for their guardsmen capping this point. But this is exactly what Yasuo is probably aiming for here, getting some free damage on this capping squad. But there's a guardsman squad now standing here, so you have the command squad and guardsman squad standing here. The Space Marines are not reinforced enough in my opinion to stand here. It tries to focus down the commander, which is nice. The command squad, the how should I say, the Lord General, what it is, the General. Now he used his tank killer ability, but only had like 3 or 4 models in the squad. So this is more or less a waste of resources. This isn't cheap. I think it has got patched to 80 power or something. I didn't watch, but it's quite a lot. And if you reinforce the models, you saw it only affects the models that were present at a given time. It does not scale with modeled, how should I say, the price does not scale with a model count of the squad. Now the Siege Marines are here giving this one model a defensive bonus. They really need to quote-unquote kiss each other to get a defensive bonus. Yeah, but 2 Guardsmen, now we have the ability used from the Siege Marines, getting additional damage on the ranged attack, I think, so it does not do quite a lot in melee. We do have, I saw a plasma pistol on the Force Commander, which is nice. Vin Diesel, I wanted to say, of course. Yeah, and he tries to go into heavy cover, and we have now Siege Marines going into melee. They do not quite, they do not basically any damage with their shields in melee, but they can tie up for quite a long time. Still only 1 Space Marine squad, 1 Space Marines and 1 Siege Marines. The Siege Marines will eventually be focused down on the other side, and also the Space Marines will take quite a lot of damage as the Guardsmen now have grenade launchers, so a tactical control got finished at some point. No upgraded listing posts yet because he has only one generator. Not enough power to get a listing post upgraded. All the power goes into these grenade launchers, 15 power each, which isn't cheap but very effective. The Siege Marine squad only has one model left. Oh no, it has two. Was just split up. And this is now a rock and a hard place here for the Space Marines. On the one side you got the Guardsman squad, on the other side you got a Guardsman squad, and after that you got a command squad as well. So yeah, he tries to focus melee combat, and for some reason activates the rocket launch ability, probably a misclick. I mean, it looks like it does quite a lot of morale damage, but this could be only also the case that Guardsmen do not have quite a lot of morale, and if a few of these rockets hit, they will probably kill a model each, but yeah, you have to hit them first. They also have setup times. Yeah, not the best engagement here, but still holding on. Actually, a standard barrel got built. Interesting. Waving his flag here. I think it is an unbreakable. Yes, unbreakable for commander armor. Yes, unbreakable commander armor. So very good at tying up enemy squads. What is the economy and looking like? We have, yeah, just enough for capping up. 98 and 30 to 109 to 40. So the economy bonus, as you would think, is for the banana marines. They will be able to get a lot more. No tier 2 yet. A lot more income when they start to fully fortify their listening posts and everything. They will explode. We have the strongest economy in tier 2. In tier 1 it's okay-ish. In tier 2 it's quite a lot. They do not get traditional requisition upgrades, but the base income increases for the cost is really nice indeed. If you, how should I say, if you calculate all the resources they spend on the listing posts and the resources you would need for a resource upgrade and everything, it kind of pans out if you say everything is upgraded to the max, but the upgrading gets a little earlier for the Imperial Fists, you could think of. More income here now. He has a fully reinforced, fully fortified generator now, starting to fortify his listening post. I like to do it a little earlier, but yeah, he does it on the way to tier 2, I guess. Another rocket launcher here now used against infantry. I'm not sure why he really does this. Now is what I said, the banner bearer with a chainsaw even going into melee here, still holding the banner on one side. Don't know where he put the pistol, probably on his belt or something. So he is now angry banner bearer here, supported by, is it still 3 squads of guardsmen now, and 1 squad of conscript, probably for capping duty. For the Imperial Fist we now start to see a lot of turrets. 1 turret here, 1 turret here, and 1 turret here. So they try to safely secure their part of the map, which kind of works out. Tier 2 is done for Imperial Fist. Already done for Imperial Guard. A little late on the mechanized command, I have to say. More Space Marines now. How many Space Marines do we have? 1, 2, 3 Space Marine squads now. All day long in tier 1 only 1, but now he goes up to 3, which is totally fine. You have quite a lot of blue money income anyway, so might as well spend it. Need to get some tier 2 upgrades as well. And now going for frag grenades, which is really expensive, Jesus. I didn't know it was that expensive. It is tier 2 as well. You get the melters in tier 1, the frag grenades in tier 2, because it's Imperial Fist, there's everything the other way around. You also do not get heavy bolters until tier 3, so he could go now plasma guns or flamers. Both wouldn't be the best against Imperial Guard. There is an upgrade actually. Does he go for it? Yes, the Scorpius bolts upgrade, which increases the damage of all bolter weapons, so no special weapons. Upgrades of all bolters in the army to Scorpius, special ammunition packs, super precision, maximum damage. Yeah, stuff like that. A lot of more damage from the standard bolter. And we are now getting the mechanized, the mechanized commander said heavy armor fortification, so he goes for some rhinos. Has 3 squads of infantry, so only 2 will fit in here. Imperial Guard, yes, will get for the chimeras, of course. And look at the economy, 133 and 60, this is quite a lot. But here's the command sword coming in, and the priest as well, tanking here. Priest is really good at tanking damage, also dealing damage. Yeah, they will die eventually, but they do the job just fine. Now the command sword comes in, try to kill the heavy bolter, but this tech marine is eager to save it. We have now another chimera here, but there's another rhino coming in, so this is quite a heated battle. There's no real melee squad apart from the command squad here, and they're just standing here shooting. They do not do quite a lot of damage in range as well. Now would be a good time for the tank ability to kill these chimeras. A lot of fierce fighting here. I think the heavy bolter is hitting the chimera, which is the normal behavior, because chimeras comes in first and gets targeted. You need to retarget to the infantry here, to the juicy infantry. The standard bearer standing firm. Siege marines getting hammered by a lot of grenade launchers. The grenade launchers do also deal quite the damage against lower vehicles. I do not know if these rhinos have low vehicle armor, but I guess they have medium. But yeah, at some point they will also fall after continuous grenade launcher fire. No shooty bits on the listening post as well. It can be useful to get it, even though it's less cannons on these listening posts for the Imperial Fist. They do quite a lot of infantry damage, something that will be addressed, for example, in version 7.0. We have now 2 chimeras, still 3 squads, 1 conscript and 1 Imperial Guardsman here. Yes, Imperial Guardsman, what do they go? Yes, they go for heavy stubbers to slow down the enemy. We have now 3 chimeras here. The upgrades for them are in tier 3, so no way here. We have now Devastators and more Devastators. What do they go for? Heavy bolters. Okay, against these chimeras I would have thought they would go for melters or something. Yeah, but we get autocannons for the turrets. The autocannons have, how should I say, quite a big range. We have now the command squad trying to penetrate on the other side as well. There are no units to speak of. What do we get here? Probably a Razorback. Yes, there's Razorback Mark 1. Quite the big Razorback indeed. We have now special weapons, special teams, how should I say, SWAT teams for the Imperial Guard. They have melter guns, which is quite rare for guardsmen, but they also have these spotter specialists, which does quite a lot of infantry damage. So you need to micro them in range, because if you only A-click, only the range specialist will fire with this long last, or what it is. Yeah, now we have this Razorback here, just standing here, getting shot back by this chimera and these guardsmen. He would need to go a little closer to also fire his plasma gun. The last cannons do have longer range, and he needs to focus fire. Yes, as I say, he needs to focus fire this chimeras. 3 chimeras. On this side we now have the heavy bolter fire trying to kill chimera. As I said, I would have loved to see a multi-melter or something against this, or at least, yeah, the autocannon is in range, I guess. Is it in range? Barely not. Yes, it is. If you manually fire it, it's in range. Even getting a heavy bolter turret here, so this is quite a contain for the Imperial Fist. Imperial Fist can hold such a contain quite well, as they have the superior economy to withstand. Also, like having a smaller part of the map, we see a lot of power float here, so I would love to see 1 or 2 more siege dreadnoughts, or maybe even going tier 3 from here. He should have enough requisition shortly to go to tier 3. He's holding his base, as he would suggest from Imperial Fist. Needs to get back the strategic points. The guardsman chilling in the middle, getting heavy bolter turrets. This one is getting a missile launcher for anti-vehicles. We have more specialists coming in. So 130C and 70. 70? Where does this power come from? I am a little confused. Okay. He got the power upgrade, of course. 160 and 679. Wow. So he has, because he has quite a big part of the map. He's even tier 3, I just saw. Getting some Ogrins, probably some Kazakhans moving in here. Guardsmen. No, these are Kazakhans, right? No, these are specialists. Where are the Kazakhan? They should be here. Yes, there they are. No, Guardsmen, still specialists. I thought you would go Kazakhan always first. Okay, you got the add-on for the Kazakhan as well. and now there's some turrets with missile launchers against these Razorbacks. These Razorbacks will kill this turret here, but yeah, quite a big chunk of Imperial Guard infantry. I'm not sure why he is attacking right now, right before he gets his tier 3 units up, but it makes for a good firefight here. A lot of specialists standing here. Where are they? On the back end, I guess. Yes, there they are. Now in range water melters, are they? Kind of, yes, but yeah, these Razorbacks are shredding infantry as well. And a lot of requisition income because the Imperial Guard gets a little more requisition percentage bonus than the standardish rate would be. This is the vanilla behavior as well. We have still the standard barrier here. The standard barrier increases the morale but not the damage. I think this is a bit changed as well in 7.0, or was it changed in 7 and 6.9? I'm not sure. Another Razorback here, Razorback and Dreadnought going into melee using his fist bump ability. Yeah, and what do we have here? We have specialists, 2 squads. No, what is it? No, these are the Kazakhstan. They are trying to move on the other side. You stay here. This siege Dreadnought is getting stunned by the Psyker, and the guardsmen just standing here with their heavy stubbers, just getting a little too much for the troubles. So the question is now, where are the Ogrins? Are these getting in? Or are there sentinels now? Yes, heavy bolter, so he's kind of missing. He's now getting missile launchers, that is good, and more specialists. The missile launcher squad is really good. There are the Ogrins. Ogrins coming in into melee, they do quite a good damage against vehicles in melee. In range it is mostly anti-infantry. If he got the powered, what is it called? Bayonets, they will do even more. We now have Devastator Centurion, so the Imperial Fist is also tier 3. I guess we will see a Predator Executioner shortly to deal with this bunched up infantry of the Imperial Guard. We have a lot of specialists, we have Kazakhans, we have Ogrins, we have everything in the book. Kazakhans here with the priests attached as they should have, as they should be. The Ogrins soaking up damage as they should be, and other than that, just a steady firing line of Imperial Guard against this Razorbacks and this autocannon turrets. I would really love to see some shooty extensions on this listing post. We even get a hammerfall bunker turret here. If this will be up in time, it will deal quite a lot of damage against this infantry. It can also get, what is it called, a heavy flamer attachment as well. So we will see how this goes. The focus firing, this heavy bolter turret, it needs to be repaired. This one also. But this Protect Priest is busy building up this hammerfall turret. We have another Devastator Centurions, more guardsmen specialists, but now the Predator coming in, dealing absurd damage against this infantry. But we see he gets also attacked by these missile squads from range. Boom! Misses the shot on the Ogrins, hits the shot on the Ogrins. Getting quite a lot of damage from these missile squad teams. These are new addition to 6.9.25 as well, one of the latest additions to Imperial Guard. Really nice, two guys basically walking about with these missiles. And there's this missile was the hammerfall turret there. Yeah, shooting over the edges, hitting stuff. Tier 4 for Imperial Guard now. How is the tiering going for Imperial Fist? Imperial Fist also going tier 3, so this tier 4 going to be quite a lot of high tier units coming soonish. We have 2 Predator Executioners just driving straight by these Imperial Guards. Imperial Guard specialists will also have a word against it, and these missile squads here as well. Look at this missile squad firing about, and yeah, you have some Centurions coming in, but where are the melee Terminators? Melee Terminators would have done wonders, I think. But now we are in tier 4 getting the Lehman Russ Depot, and what does tier 4 is not done for Yasu. I would think that we would need some sort of infantry, because let's keep a look at it. It's 18 supply for the Imperial Guard. They have increased caps, I just noticed, and only 3 to 8. It's basically the Imperial Guard has a lot of numbers and the Imperial Fists do not. They more or less could press the issue, but not at this site, I guess. This is again look at all the bodies on the field. This is not the place where you want to engage. There's one saying from Sun Tzu, if there's basically do not attack where the enemy wants to be attacked. And this is a position, a strong position. Imperial Fists certainly want to be attacked. And even now the destroyers, these are very special devastators. They get all the nasty stuff like red launchers, cry guns, phosphex launchers and graviton guns. All the nasty stuff. These are tier 3 and require relic. Hammerfall turret, 2 turrets, 3 turrets as well. And yeah, and on this side there's nothing. There's one turret, one singular turret, and this could be taken, as well as this critical location here as well. So I see what he's going for. He contains and contests this strategic point, which is nice. Not gonna say anything against it, but yeah, more how should I say, focus on this side would be nice. But yeah, he's now, as I complained about it, just that with these Lehman Brass, what is it called? It's not executioner, but yeah, the big old Volkite, I always say it wrong, Volkite, I think, addition. So he now tries to focus down the heavy armor fortification because he maybe thinks that this would be something up, but he has another heavy armor fortification. He has already the Titan tier research, so the glaive is a tier 1 Titan equivalent for the Imperial Fist. The research was is too cheap right now. It will get a little more expensive and timely in the next version. I think mostly expensive. The time is actually okay, but it only costs like 100 requisition or something. So this will be adjusted as well. We now have a Baneblade here heading on the field. We have also the Mars Foundry. Yes, the Mars Foundry is the Titan production building for Imperial Guard, so we will see a Titan here as well. Is the glaive out already? It is not, 60% done. So once the glaive hits the field, this will be another big point of this replay. We have now 2 Volkite Lehman Russes here, just hammering down. So it's all about the glaive. Will the glaive be finishing here in time to save the day? We have a Predator Execution here dealing with this infantry. We have the Tech Marine standing here with his flamer trying to roast some Ogrins, but the Ogrins come through, hit him, kick him, punch him in the face and kill him. The turret will hold the line, but here's the glaive. The glaive will more or less be able to kill this Baneblade if need be. The glaive should stay about here and fight. More Devastators coming in. Quite a lot of float on the Imperial Guard side. He would need a 1 or 2 of these flag deposits. The Baneblade basically just tanking, parking right in the middle of the Imperial Fist base, having the Hellhammer cannon upgrade as well. The Lehman Rust will get focused down by this glaive, but the glaive gets focused down on the other way around by this Lehman Rust and these, what is it called? The Baneblade. But the Baneblade, yeah, the Baneblade is not low on health, that was something else. The glaive will go down eventually, I guess, being focused by so much stuff in the end. So this is basically GG. A continued contain of the Imperial Fist, which is, as I said, normally the Imperial Fist more or less can deal with it, but the Imperial Guard player here, which name you will see in the description here, was able to make... He killed all his stuff for some reason. Why? That maybe this is just a gentleman's agreement or something, because he wants to fight a little longer. I guess I will stop the replay here because he just hit delete on his building to probably get, yeah, he wants to get his Titan out and humiliate Yasu with his Titan. So I will not stay longer in this replay here. Yeah, as I said, what was I about to say? Yeah, Imperial Fist can deal with containments quite well, as they have the superior economy, but yeah, the Imperial Guard player here was not resting on his laurels. He was getting the whole map, getting the economy upgrade. So and many players try to finish the game or something, but if you are ahead, try to get more ahead by getting all the economy upgrades. If you have a strong containment, you can hold it. If you have more than half of the map, you can just exploit the map by getting more resources and better units, better tech and everything. Yeah, do not try to force the issue too hard against the Imperial Fist. The Imperial Fist, as I said, can hold out for quite a bit, but yeah. He had basically all this of the map. He has his 5 points, the relic here, he has this point as well most of the time, and 2 critical locations, I would say. But yeah, with this Imperial Knight coming in and trying to hit this Lehman Land Raider Achilles Alpha, we will probably stop this game here. Will he do anything, or will he just stand around and yeah, he just wants to do a little fancy stuff here. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. This was quite a nice showing of both. Whoa, what the heck? With this very interesting path on this side, we will finish the cast here. So as usual guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.